Make a date with Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei at 6 a.m. from Monday to Saturday on Graphic Online via Facebook and YouTube as he expounds on matters of faith. Graphic Online, truth and accuracy every day.
Hello, this is Reverend Dr. Ebenezer Markwei of Living Streams International, bringing matters of faith with Graphic Online. And this morning I'd like to capture my thought to the word urgent trust. Urgent trust. And my mind goes back to the story of Joseph and his brothers. You know, let me just admit to you, I'm sure by now you know, I just love the story of Joseph. It really resonates with me. It really resonates. I really like the story of Joseph. Someone who can come out of adversity and survive. The vicissitudes of life never took away the giftings. The vicissitudes of life never took away the oil upon his life. A survivor. And you know, and sometimes when you've been through some hard places, you've been torn into storms and you've been caught between the devil and the deep blue sea. Or you've been caught between the two great promontories, the Skyline and the Chabdes. I mean, my goodness. I mean, Joseph is a survivor. I really like him. You know. But there's something about him that was very interesting. The kind of torture that he went through, the kind of emotional trauma that he went through, the kind of torturous journey that he had, the kind of traumatic journey that he had. I mean, the narrative was, sometimes you feel like, wow. Brothers can be so evil. People that you love and people that you cherish can be so evil to the extent that they would kill you and that they would kill your dreams. And the reason why the brothers of Joseph were after him was because of his dream. Because they said, let us do away with him and then we will see what will become of his dreams. His dreams was what was troubling them. His dreams was what was making them uncomfortable. Because those dreams were prophetic declarations of his purpose. His geography, the geography of his purpose, and his prime ministership. Yeah. And then the Bible says, one way or the other, the brothers of Joseph came back. You know, one thing, the first principle is this. Sometimes those who rise up and try to destroy your purpose, and those who try to, you will meet them. You will meet them around the corner. Oh, yes. But you know, when you meet them, what God has done in your life, they will not even recognize it. This is Joseph. Joseph standing in front of his brothers. They couldn't tell by his voice. They couldn't tell by his features. Man, that was a powerful divine transformation. And I can tell you that sometimes those who do that to you, God will make you meet them and they can't recognize the person. You've grown in power. You've grown in stature. You've grown in the glory of God. There's something about you that they can't be. There's something about you that will make them bow. There's something about you that they'll say, wow. There's something about you, when they look at you, at your present, and they try to reconcile it with your past, you're unrecognizable. They can't recognize you. Now there's a challenge that you're going to have. I'm calling it urgent trust. Now here are the brothers of Joseph, and here's Joseph. And now his name is not even Joseph anymore. His name is now defined by his purpose, Zaphnathania, food for the people. And guess what? Joseph is standing there, and then the Bible says he went through two things, and that's one of the things. He just looked at his brothers, went somewhere and cried. You know, sometimes it's good to cry, sometimes it's good to go backside. And cry out the pain, and cry out the distress, and cry out the trauma, and let out the emotional trauma. Let it out. How they say a man doesn't cry, that man so that's not wrong. Even God cries, and Jesus wept. But sometimes you need to draw yourself apart and cry it out. And that was what Joseph did. He took himself away. Because there are some things you may forgive, but it might be difficult to forget. And sometimes, you need to come to that place And sometimes it's good to let it off, let it out. Pain must find an exit door. Just like pain found an exit door in the heart of Anna, the mother of Samuel, when she said, I cried out the bitterness. I'm crying out the bitterness of my heart. And that's what Joseph did. And sometimes we need to give people that space for them to pull themselves apart, away from us, in order for them to exhale. Sometimes we need to give people that space for them to draw a little bit aside and say to themselves, we need to give them space. We don't have to crowd that space. No, if you are forgiving, then no. Give them the space. Let them go by themselves. Let them walk it out. Let them work it out. Let them walk that road. That was what Joseph did. His privacy, his space, private space. Sometimes when we have inflicted pain on people and all those things, and then we're trying to rush them, you can't do that. Give them the space. And for you, don't be intimidated and don't be forced, don't be cajoled, or don't be placed on undue duress and for you to know. Sometimes you need to pull yourself apart in order to cry it out. It is necessary. Because the tears wash the soul. The tears wash the soul. The tears is your destiny to exhale and to breathe out the bad air. Is to breathe out the carbon monoxide or whatever it is. That air that can kill. It's to breathe out. It's time for you to exhale. And for the virus and all those things to exhale. And that's what Joseph did. You need that space. And then Joseph took another journey, which is very, very powerful for me and it's very interesting. After he had cried out, he washed his face. It's not enough just for you to cry. You can't keep crying forever. You need to wash your face. That is, terminate the tears and say to yourself that this is the end. I'm not going to cry anymore. It's okay. Let it go. Let the past be past. I don't want it anymore. It's okay. I am okay. That is the key. That is a stone of maturity. That is what Joseph did. He washed his face. You need to sometimes wash away the tears. Don't let the tears stain your face of destiny. Don't let the tears stain, and forever, what we call it, draw marks on your face so that you walk forever in your life with the marks of your tears on your face. Sometimes you need to wash it away. I don't want to see this. I don't want to taste that salt of bitterness anymore. I don't want to taste that salt of pain anymore. I don't want to feast with that salt of anguish anymore. I don't want to feast with that salt of bitterness. Wash it away. And that's what Joseph did. There's more to come. I'm going to cover it in the next episode. See you later.